Hey YouTube, this is Jaden coming at you from Team Shadow Strike. In this video, like I said in my previous video, Pokemon versus Digimon, I'm going to be dedicating this video to the new series, Digimon Fusion. Now, let me answer this real quick. When I very first saw this, my first thought was, okay, this is either going to bomb or it's going to be really good, because Digimon really hadn't had a new series for a while. And I was actually kind of shocked. It's like, wow, really? I'm like, I don't know, But then I started to think, I'll give it a chance. So I just happened to be home one day, and the first episode was on. I was able to catch the debut, so I thought, what the hell? I'll watch it. Maybe it'll be good. And I was shocked. I really enjoyed it. I was like, wow. Yeah, the very first episode's pretty much the same. Somehow, some kids get sucked into the digital world, but the characters were really cool. I'm going to give you kind of a brief overview of the first 3 episodes, and I'm going to put a link in the description to each of the first 3 episodes. Please go check them out. They are really, really good. You have 3 main characters, which I'm really glad, because in my opinion, the very first season of Digimon, one of its bad things was it had so many characters from the very start, and I think they could have done better if they were to narrow that down a bit. So anyway, you have 3 characters. You have your main character, which is Mikey, and then you have his 2 best friends, which are Angie, which is your standard girl in these kind of shows. They freak out a lot. They yell a lot. They're pretty much Misty from Pokemon. And then you have Jeremy, who's a nerd. In the first 3 episodes, all he's talked about is he's an amazing swordsman, supposedly, in video games, and how much he misses modern technology. And the way this opens up is it introduces you to all 3 characters and kind of gives you a brief, kind of 45-second look into their life. And then it shows the 3 of them sitting outside, and then Mikey hears a voice, and he finds this little red, fuzzy creature, and he's following the sound of his voice, and he looks above him, and cell phones are exploding, payphones are going down, and then all of a sudden you see this car sticking out of a building, and this gap, like a dimensional hole, and he sees that car falling, and the voice tells him to move right, and he dodges, and then he ends up following this voice down a alleyway, and he sees the little red fuzzy, it's like a staticky fuzzy, and he picks him up, and this little red piece of digital mess here is telling him that he's pretty much gonna die. But Mikey is saying he wish he knew how to help, because this little thing that he's holding saved him and his friends. So he pretty much then gets sucked into the digital world, and this voice gives him something called the Digiloader. And the best way I can describe the Digiloader, if you ever saw the Verizon phone that was called the Chocolate, that had that spinning thing on the front, and it was the slider that went up and down, it's kind of how it looks. So they get sucked into the digital world, and the Digimon that he met in the real world, that was that little red thing that he was holding, he ends up releasing it from the Digiloader because he saved his life, and he's back at full power. And the main Digimon in this series, his name is Shoutmon. Now, Shoutmon, I'm going to put a link in the description to a picture that you can go check him out in. Well, actually, I won't even do that, because if you really want to see what he looks like, go check out the episodes. Guys, and I'm really being serious here, this series has the potential to be really, really good. And it's already been done in Japan, and I've kind of read a brief synopsis of what it is, and no, I didn't want to spoil the whole series, and I know a couple of things that already happened, but it looks and sounds, from what I've read, it's amazing. So do please go check these out. And pretty much the first episode, Mikey gets to see Shoutmon's powers, and he meets a few new Pokemon. He meets a few new Digimon. In the second episode, this one, it was called Shoutmon. He is Shoutmon. Hear him roar. Throughout the whole second one, all Shoutmon is trying to do is convince Mikey to stay, because There's this process now in this one where I think they've done something similar to this before. I just can't put my finger on it. It's hard to remember, that far back in my childhood. But I think they've done something like fusion before. I mean, they've done where they morph into their Digimon. They've done where they just help their Digimon in battle, and it's kind of like a Pokemon-esque kind of thing. But I don't know if they've ever done fusion before or not. I should have looked that up, but oh well. But pretty much, you need one of these fusion loaders, pretty much, in order to be able to fuse your Digimon together, and only a certain amount of people get these. And Shoutmon is doing everything he can do to try and convince Mikey to stay, because they need him for this big battle that's going on with the bad guy of this series, whose name is Lord Bagra. Well, we see Shoutmon throws Mikey and his friends this big party, and he's trying to butter him up and sweet talk him, and then he tries to beg, and then he tries to play the "fine, we don't need you" card, but then in the end, as the three friends are leaving to try and find their way out of this Digi world, he ends up saving them from an attack, and they pretty much then don't verbally say it, but they say, okay, we're pretty much stuck here, so we may as well have the best time that we can. And that's the second episode. They pretty much accept their fate, that they're stuck there, and they're going to do whatever they can to help Shoutmon out. His dream is to become the Digimon King, to protect his village, and they've decided, well, he saved our lives twice, so might as well just stay here and, get used to, the world and just enjoy it while we can. And then in the third episode, we see, like most of these animes, guys, we always have that one main character, but with every main character, there's always a complete opposite other character who is just, he either has ego problems or he's just a straight-up dick. You have Yugi and Kaiba, you have Ash and Gary, you have Goku and Vegeta, Optimus Prime, Megatron. I mean, you could go on and on. You always have the good guy, and then you have his counterpart. And for this one, so far, it seems like it's going to be Mikey and this new guy whose name is Christopher. Now, the only difference between... Christopher reveals pretty quickly that he has a Digiloader as well. Which is the thing that Mikey uses to fuse his Digimon together. Now, Mikey's is red, and when you see Chris pull his out, you notice his is blue. So then that immediately tells the audience that there obviously is a difference. They haven't revealed that yet, as again, there's only been 3 episodes, so not much has happened yet. Mikey's team of Digimon and Christopher's team of Digimon end up having this battle, then they just stop because one of their friends are in trouble, and they have to focus on saving him. And then that's the third episode. I'm not going to give away everything in every episode. I want you guys to go check those out. They're really, really cool. Remember to check out the links for those in the description below. I will say, though, guys, I'm really impressed with this series, because I'll admit I was a doubter. I wasn't going to touch this because it's like, you know what, I have too many good memories of Digimon as a kid. I don't want it to ruin it because I'm seeing what they're doing with the Pokemon anime. But I'm glad that I gave this a try because it really, really is good. I'm really impressed. Shoutmon is an amazing new character who's really cool. He's funny. He has good one-liners. You see classic Digimon that if you're like me, that you remember. Digimon, remember the one that sat on that stick and he had that big beard for a face? He's in this series. It's really cool to see those. And there's a couple other ones that I'm not going to tell you that you're going to have to go check that out. I mean, there is a lot going for this series and it has the potential to be really, really good. Really excited about this series. Can't wait to see episode 4. I've watched the first 3 episodes. I don't know how many times, just because I can't get over. It's like, wow, this is actually really good, because Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as of late have sucked. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, and subscribe. Thumbs up this video for me. Tell me in the description below if you've watched Digimon Fusion. Please do not put spoilers in the comment section for people who haven't and who want to see it. One last time, the links for all 3 first episodes that are in English will be in the description, and it will send you to the episodes. So be sure to check those out. They are worth your time, I promise. So in the comment section below, tell me what you think about Digimon Fusion after you've watched the episodes, or if you're gonna watch them. Tell me if you have watched them, what you think, or tell me something about if you liked Digimon when you were growing up. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if it just wasn't your thing. But feel free to put it in the comment section below, something about Digimon. I really would like some feedback. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.